Hello, social studies teachers. I wanted to start fresh. We are technically in the same class, but technically not. Our 545-001 for our first fall term has been completed. Grades have been submitted. Everyone did a great job. So now we are going to jump into our Part 2, Fall 2 term. You can see here that this looks a little bit different because it is EDMT 545002. If I were you, I would go over here where it is courses. I'm going to click that. I'm going to click all courses and make sure that the course that you have starred, I'm hoping not to make you motion sickness here, that it is now for weeks 2 rather than weeks 1. Okay, so that used to be starred in the first 7 weeks. Now this is starred during the second 7 weeks. So let me go back to my dashboard. Whatever you have starred is what's going to show up easily here. So I'm going to jump into this course. And now you'll see that there's 14 full weeks. We're going to jump into Module 8 right there. And you can see here, it's set up just like we normally have. There is something at the very beginning here. And this is because you are doing 2 book talks like we have discussed. In the things you should know before you go a couple weeks ago in part 1. If you haven't sent me your book titles, please do so. When you do send me your book titles, you're also going to attach a genre to that. If it is that you're going to tie that book to a history, or if you're going to tie it to geography, or civic engagement, or global education, economics, behavioral sciences, one of those. Because remember, your 2 book talks, they are due on the week, the module, that you are tying them to that specific topic. So if you are reading a book and you are tying it to the topic of history, it's going to be due the second week that we are covering history. So just for you to kind of understand that a little bit more, both of your book talks are going to be submitted here and here, and that's to give the points for them so I can grade just the book talk itself. And then if it is your week to complete the book talk, like I am going to read a book and it is a history book, then you are going to go ahead and just post the link to your book talk right here. Everyone in this group did excellent book talks, so keep that same style. You hit the mark perfectly. If you have questions about those book talks, please let me know, and I can definitely get them answered. If you have questions, most likely other people in the class have the same questions, so please ask them, and then I'll just answer it to the whole group. So again, just like we have been doing, there's a short little overview. We're talking about history. Oh, so fantastic. You have a funny, not funny little cartoon right here. Our video directions for Module 8 can be found there. But you will see that this is the same system and processes that we have been following. It's just in a different class, and the reason for that, or a different course on Canvas, and the reason for that is just cleanliness of the grade book. You can find your, again, lecture materials right here. And it's thinking about loading the rest of the way. It's waiting. There it goes. And so you can see those there. You can see your reflection from Module 8. You guys have been doing a great job. Really good thinkers. Just excellent overall. And then our discussion topic for this module is primary sources, the latest fad. And again, just like normal, by Wednesday night, have that original post. By Sunday night, make sure you comment on 2 of your peers. And then our classroom application activity. where you are going to work really hard to make history come alive for your students. And so you are going to curate a resource list to be used in your classroom. And I highly recommend, especially with this group, what other people are posting, take it, steal it, save it, because your peers are really coming up with some great things. But you can follow the directions there. And then here is our summary. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, but I did want to make sure that you were jumping into the correct Canvas course. You knew where to put your book talks, and wanted to remind you just one more time that if you haven't sent me your submission for book talks, to do that as soon as you can. Your submission meaning what books you are planning on reading. And then that our first group, those history books, book talks, are due in Module 9. I do want to say this one last thing. Our term starts today, which is October 19th, and it is here for about 3 more days, right? But that is not a complete week. So we're actually counting next week as week 1. But that does mean that one of our 7 weeks runs through Thanksgiving. So I will always have about 2 modules open if you do want to work a little bit in advance. So we kind of have a buffer of 3 days now, but again, over Thanksgiving, that does count as a week. So if you want to get started now and kind of work ahead, you totally can. If you just need 1 more week to breathe in, I totally understand that as well. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I really do look forward to reading your reflections and your work because you guys are doing a great job.